Aisha,
Yes, sir.
I must confess,
Okay.
recently I have been finding it difficult to manage my time because I have different things on my list, on my to-do list.
Okay.
I want to do this
You
one, I
want to
want
do
to do this
that. You
one.
want you
At
have
the
a
end
whole lot
of
of
the,
things to
honestly, at the end
do.
of the day, I end up not
Procrastinate.
doing anything.
Or better you procrastinate.
Honestly, in fact, I really
I
want.
I can relate. I swear now.
Are you sure you can relate?
Bro, you know I can relate. Don't play. I
Oh my
seriously can
god.
relate. I
All right,
can
let's
relate.
go back to the house. Welcome back. This is the Central Bunch podcast, and this is another new episode, which I know that you all will be excited and elated to
Yes.
join us in the conversation. I am your host, Olatunbosun Salao.
And I am Aishat, co-hosting with Olatunbosun. You see today's topic, eh? Hey, I'm so excited because we're talking
I am
about time
overexcited.
management. We're talking about time management, because this podcast, like this particular topic, would help us manage our time. And as for me,
Yeah.
I'm super excited because I don't know how to manage my time. I'm just, I end up procrastinating. But then I feel like this topic is something that I personally need to listen, and I feel like you should also listen to our guest and every other thing, so it would help you as well in your work and your personal growth, so that you won't lose your mind.
Yes, so you won't lose your
Yes,
mind.
so-
And to also interest you, we have a great personality with us.
You'll be excited. You know what you like.
Yes,
I'm
because
hyped for your behalf.
because these are guests. When it comes to anything that has to do with time management, is a pro.
Yes, of course.
I mean, flawless about his presentation when it comes to time management.
Yes.
And tape rolling, ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Emmanuel, Daniel. You're welcome. Have you seen? Yes. It's
Welcome
so
to our
it's so
podcast.
great
It's
to
an honor
have
to
you
be here
here.
today.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah,
so
yeah.
much.
Well,
You're
as for
welcome.
me, I already said it. Like, I'm excited because I know you're going to finish this
Yes,
topic for us. Like, you're going to give it
honestly.
all it takes, and
Yeah.
I
so
hope so.
So before we start the program,
Yeah.
the podcast
Okay.
in reality now,
Alright.
I want to ask, because we're talking about time management.
management.
Okay.
Now, how were you able to manage your time down to this place, to the fact that you were able to
You made it.
yeah.
Yes, you made it right on time.
Yes, right on
Okay.
time.
No delay and any other.
So let's start with that.
Thank you so much.
You're
Although,
welcome.
one thing about time management is it's not actually easy.
Mm.
Someone actually said that time is not actually to be managed,
Okay.
but time is to be maximized.
Wow.
Because
Are you guys hearing that?
We are
Time
not
should be
ready.
maximized.
We are not ready. I'm serious.
why time actually needs to be maximized
Okay.
is that you only manage something that you want to be in process.
Mm.
You get, but time is already in process.
Okay.
Time is already in progress. You understand?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it doesn't need to be managed anymore. So what you need to do is to maximize it. Hope you get. All right. So me coming to this place, I had to first of all I have to set it as an appointment.
Yes.
Yeah, because if it's not part of my appointment, I won't, actually even remember because it's part of my schedule and
For
it's an
the
appointment
day.
yeah, for the day.
Okay.
And with that, my mind is actually focused on
On
that.
getting
yes,
here on
getting here
time.
on that time. So
All right.
I
Thank
think
you.
that's
Thank you for
it.
making it here on time. Right on time.
I want to quickly pick something now. So,
Okay.
are you saying that for you to keep your time, for you to maximize your time,
Yeah.
you need to be focused. Like you need to have it in mind, like
Yes.
setting a time that
I need to meet up with this particular
thing.
thing.
It starts from the mind.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah.
All
And
right.
one other thing again, sorry, that I just need to really put is that you have to actually prioritize, because if I don't set this as a priority for me,
Yes.
yeah, I won't,
You won't be here.
I won't be here because I actually prioritize
Coming here.
the honor of having to be invited to
Okay.
to the show.
All right.
And thank you for coming once
Thank you for coming. I appreciate
again.
So, Emmanuel, it leads me
Alright.
to my first question. You already know what we're talking about. Today's topic is time management. So, I want to ask a question. What do you think people get wrong when it comes to managing their time? Like, something people get wrong when they want to manage their time. What is it?
Okay, I think one of the things that people really get wrong is having to want to achieve their tasks, everything at once.
Yes.
Yeah, like me having to, okay, I need to go to work, and at the
Okay.
same time I need to, take my clothes to the laundry. I also need to, to do so many things. So if this is not actually like
Set
there's no, yeah,
down.
set
Yeah.
down as
Yes,
a
set down
schedule. You
rules.
understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, you won't be able to achieve them at the same
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the things that people actually get
Get
wrong when it
wrong.
comes to time
Mm.
management. Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, now a quick word in regards to what you just said now. I want to ask, okay, how are you able to fit in your time to your personal goals? Aside from the fact that you are busy with work, how are you able to how are you able to fit in your time into your personal goals despite your busy schedule at work?
All right. That's a big one. Thank you.
You're
You
welcome.
see, everybody is faced with this challenge, and it's really challenging. It
yeah.
is. It is really challenging. You see, there was a time that we could actually talk about something called, like a work life balance.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. So work life balance is more like a fantasy.
Hmm.
It's more like something that is no longer a reality. You get.
Okay.
So instead of us having to talk about
Work
work-life
life
balance,
balance.
we should actually talk about work-life integration.
Work life
Life
Yeah, because
integration.
integration.
when you say you want to balance, okay, I think I did a bit of mathematics. Let me quickly chip in. When we say something
Okay.
like a work-life balance, you need to balance your work life and you need to balance your personal life.
Life.
And
Yes.
this is not realistic in nature.
Hmm.
It
Okay.
is not realistic in practice.
Hmm.
Because, okay, let's just assume that you have, okay, in a day, let's say you have 24 hours. You have
Okay.
24 hours in a
As in
day.
a
You
day.
have some time to sleep. You have some time for family. You also have some
You need
time
to
for work.
look
Do you understand?
surf social
You
media
need
as
to
That's
well to
it.
like
social
everything all
media as well. You
together.
need to go, you need to do some of the things. Sometimes you even need to go shopping. You need to, go
All
out
in
in,
this
yeah,
24
all in this
Hours,
hours.
yeah.
24 hours. And, if you look at it, we live in a sophisticated world now. Yeah,
World.
Yeah.
things are getting, the evolution of things is rapid.
Hmm.
All right. So if we say we talk about work-life balance, it's like it is not real. It is not realistic. All right.
So
Because you can't say, okay, after work, I have to face my personal life. Because
yes.
there are people, even while they are at home, they are still working from home.
Yes.
You
Okay.
get.
So
So okay.
wait,
I
wait.
okay.
You need to touch that work
Life
life integration.
integration.
I
Integration.
need to
Yes,
know
I
what it
want you to. We
means.
want you
Yes.
to bring it into practical example now.
Yes.
Now you're saying that it is better to bring it to integrate your personal goal in
No,
your
no. What I think he
okay
said is that he said there's nothing called work
work
life
life
balance.
balance
Instead, it is work life
Integration.
integration. So,
integration.
Yeah.
what do you mean by that?
Okay.
Yeah, wait. So
Okay.
I want us to get this thing right.
Okay.
The question was, how do you fit in your personal
Your
goals
personal
Goals
goal into
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 work
your
life. Yeah.
business or your work life?
yeah.
Yes, and then you said that it shouldn't be about work balance
Yeah. Work life
Work
work
life
life
balance.
balance.
balance. Rather, it should be
Be
integration.
integration. Yeah.
If I want to decode what you just said now, you are
Okay.
trying to tell us that we should be able to integrate our personal life despite
Busy
our
busy schedule,
busy
work
Yeah.
and
You
schedule.
all of
you
Yeah,
that.
get,
we should
yeah.
still be able to integrate our
Personal
personal goals,
life,
our personal
personal
life
goal.
into this busy schedule.
The busy
So
schedules.
at the
Yeah.
long run, all of these things will still have to revolve
Revolve
around a
around itself.
balance.
Yeah. You see, when
Okay.
we talk about balance, we are talking about having to give equal attention to your
Okay.
personal life and also give
Yes,
equal
that's
attention,
it.
and
That's
that
Exactly.
is not possible.
Mm.
Do you
possible.
understand? Okay, let's
Yeah.
say before the advent of technology, even with the use of phone, you
Mhm.
get,
Yeah.
our parents will actually go to probably the farm, they come back, or those who have some kind of jobs in the office to do. The moment they are off from the office, they no longer think about the
Any other
office.
Mhm.
okay, yeah.
They no longer think about office work again
Again.
because you can't reach them on phone because the phone is not there.
Mm.
But
Okay.
now you could be at home and
And
somebody
someone
could
will
call you
Call
that
call
there's a
you.
you
pending tax, there is
Exactly.
an urgent thing that you need to
to
quickly
quickly
do.
attend
So you can
to
see that there is a kind of a clash
between
between the
your
personal
personal
life
life
and
and
your
your
And
work
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 life
life.
life.
here. So that's why I say that when we talk about balance, it's not really,
Realistic.
yeah, realistic, realistic.
Mm.
So work-life integration is when we have to integrate. Have to integrate simply means you have to unite this your work life and
And
your
your
personal
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 life.
life
life.
Yeah,
together.
yeah, such that even while you are still at work, you could do things that are beneficial that could actually make you progressive personally.
Mm.
Okay, yeah.
Like, okay, like for me, when I'm at work, there are things that I do that add value to me
To you.
than just the work itself, than just the office itself. All right.
Okay.
Okay, how do I do this? Like I'm a person who loves to build my okay, let me put it this way.
Okay.
I really love to build my speaking abilities. I
Ability.
also like to, build on my writing
Okay.
abilities. I also because I actually play music. I play the instrument. You
Wow,
understand?
that's
So even while
nice.
I'm working, I could actually be listening to
To
something
Something
something.
that will
to keep you.
that will
Yes.
register in my heart, such that when I am not physically in the office, the
You are.
register, yeah, that thing that has been registered in my heart when I'm home or whenever I am
You can.
wherever I want to be, I
Yes.
could practice whatever thing I want to
All
do.
right.
All right.
So
Indirectly, you're
that.
integrating
Yeah.
Yes, you
your
are
Work
integrating my
life and
work life
your.
and personal.
That's a
Yeah.
very good answer to the question. Now, this particular answer leads me to my next question, which is we all get trapped in multitasking. Like everybody wants to do this. Let's even leave, like most of the time when I talk about something, I like to leave it outside work. Do you understand?
Okay.
Like our personal self. Take for example, you own a business, you are working as a corporate person,
you have
you
different
are trying to go to school, you're taking
yeah.
professional courses, like so multitask, you have a whole lot of things to do.
All
Now
right.
what advice would you give to what advice can you give on staying focused at a thing? Because sometimes when you do too many things at the same time, do you understand,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
just but when you focus on one, I'm not saying you necessarily don't need to focus on one, but at
One.
least you pick, like, I don't know. There's this thing they say in economics, this scale of preference or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
scale of
Like,
Okay.
do
preference.
you get? I'm asking you, like, how would you advise people stay focused, most especially when they need too many things to do at a time?
Okay.
Yeah. Did you get my
Yeah.
question?
Yes, I do. I do. You see, that question everybody is in that trap.
Trap,
Yeah.
Yeah, you get in that
exactly.
trap. But having to know how to navigate your way through,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
being a Nigerian, it's not really easy to have a focus on a single thing.
Ah, it's
Do you
a lot.
understand?
It's a
It's a
lot.
lot.
It's a lot.
And like I said before, with the way things are getting so complicated, it's not even advisable that
To
somebody will, just stay and let's say,
focused on one thing.
although there is another side to that. There's another side to that. Okay, how do I multitask?
Yeah.
How do I have to, do
How do I
maybe
get
two, yeah,
focused?
get focused in more than one
One
thing. All
thing,
right.
yeah.
Yes, even if I
But in
have
the real
to.
sense, you know that focus has to do with you having to put your attention to a single direction.
Okay.
Focus. Okay, let's practicalize something now.
Okay.
Okay, if you have your phone and you're watching, no matter how small this phone is,
Yeah.
all right, you're watching a movie and something is happening on this side of the screen.
Screen.
Something else is happening on
Happening
this
on the
side
side
of
of
the screen. You can't look at these two
Two things.
scenes
at the
the
Yeah.
same
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 time.
time.
time. Yeah.
Do you understand? No matter how small that stuff is, your eyes has to be, one has to be single for you to really capture the
Capture.
event. You get. So how do we now have to focus our attention on more than one thing? That's a big question.
That's why we asked, because
Yeah.
why I asked that was
Okay.
like that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes I don't like to talk about corporate world or any other thing. Like even with my chores,
Yeah.
bro. Like I could literally wake up and be like, I want to wash, I
Wash.
want to
You want
wash my
to
plate.
do
Four
chores.
o'clock, I'm not done with my chores, bro.
Chores.
Okay.
Like does it make any
You
sense?
see,
I'm not
I think one of the things that could actually hinder having to accomplish the task for that, just like what you said, you cited something now. You want to do your chores, you still want to do some other stuffs. You see, anytime if we prioritize this task,
okay.
I think we should be able to achieve. And if also let's go of procrastination.
Nation.
That's that like
Procrastination, they say, is the
our
killer
our
of time.
our guest spoke
Yeah.
about that last week.
Yeah. You know that I feel like if you can also allocate time to particular um to-do list or whatever that you want to do. For example, coming from the fact that she said, okay, maybe on a Saturday she wants to do her
I want
chores, she wants to
like
take care of the house, she wants to do this, she wants to do that. I feel like for you to achieve something of such, you
Yeah.
can just have your to-do list. I remember when I was growing up, there is
Okay.
something I used to do. My mom would tell me, you do your laundry, make sure you wash the plate in the kitchen, make sure you
Sweep
do
the
this one, sweep
floor.
the floor. When you are done, you are going to go to this person's place, you get this.
Yeah.
I will now take a pen, I will
And
jot
write
everything
Everything
everything.
down.
down. So the moment I'm done with one,
You
I
know
will
the
tick
next
it.
one to
Okay.
I'll go
do.
to the next one, I take it. Throughout that day, I'll make sure I am
You
able to
to
finish up
Okay.
within that
Yeah,
space of
that's
time.
right. Do you know why you're able to finish that? Because there is a system of accountability.
Ability.
Do you get
Yes.
accountability is
And
very
maybe
important.
that's my
Important.
problem. Sha,
Yeah.
because nobody will hold me to not washing my clothes.
And accountability, do you know what accountability does? It provides an environment for reporting.
Hmm.
Because if
Yeah.
you feel that there is no higher authority you could actually report to,
You
those things will
do,
still be there
yes,
undone.
exactly. You do whatever you want
You
to
get
do.
so
Yeah.
a system of accountability should actually come in place. When it's a system of accountability where there's a reporting system,
Yeah.
having to tell somebody you respect, somebody you could honor, somebody
Mhm.
you could be accountable.
Accountable.
You
Yeah.
understand? At least that gives the ground for having to get tasks accomplished, having
Wow.
to get tasks done.
Thank you very much on that
That's
response.
All right.
okay.
Now, back to this question, this answer that you gave will now lead me to my own last question from my own end.
Okay.
And this is it. How do you manage distractions? Because in the process of you trying to focus, in the process of you trying to do one or two things,
Yes.
distraction will
Something.
come in.
Yes.
Just like the example that you gave in about maybe when you have your phone
Yeah.
and there's another thing going on the other side, another thing is going on the other side.
Just like me too. You see, with my chores too. I'm not lying you. I could literally be washing my plates when I hear pom. I'm out
You're
of the
out of the
kitchen. Oh, I just
kitchen.
want to go and check my phone. So I think distractions to like. So you
Yes.
need to tell
Okay.
us
So
how do you
do we
manage
manage
distractions?
distraction not
Because
to
Okay.
it is
affect
it
our
is not
time
it is
management?
possible. There will always be distraction,
Definitely.
whether we like it or
There are
not.
distractions everywhere.
Yeah.
Life is filled with
Exactly.
distractions.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
understand? Okay, I think it depends on the value you place on a thing.
Hmm.
If you place values are things we value, as simply as that. Values are the things we value. So if you place value on a certain thing,
Yeah.
and you know how much
It is
this thing
important. How
important to
important
To
you,
it
you.
is.
how this
Hmm.
thing really means a lot to you. Okay, let's assume you just have one day, which is the deadline for you to pay your school fees.
Hmm.
Do you understand? You know the
Yeah.
value of
How
a
A
minute,
minute.
yes. If you
the
don't
value of
pay
one
one
hour.
hour.
Ah. Hmm.
You don't want to waste it.
Hmm.
So if you place value on some certain things,
Yeah.
I believe that it will make you avoid any sort of distractions, whatever form of distraction it could be.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah. I
So
do get.
the value we place on things they matter a lot. The value you place on something it matters a lot. You might be thinking that it's just 1 minute, it's just an
Yes, but
hour,
it counts.
it's
Every
just
minute
one
counts.
day. You get? But the truth of it is, when you don't do those things, when you should do
Do it.
them, now when the time is no longer there, do you know how you might see that task as a simple task.
Exactly. But
Hmm.
when
You
you want to
understand?
do
Do it.
Yeah,
it,
You now
but
realize that there
but
is
when
more
the
to
time
it.
is gone, that stuff you consider to be a very
very
very small thing will be, you be like, I
I'm
can't.
supposed to I'm
Yeah,
supposed to be done with this
I'm
thing
supposed to be
within.
done, but this thing will now look so big
Big.
because the time there, the time there's no longer
There's no
time
longer
there.
time. Yeah.
You understand? So if you are able to place value
Okay.
on a particular thing, a
So it's
particular
you
endeavor,
barely get
yeah,
distracted.
distractions are not something that should be.
All
Oh,
right. That's very good. Thank you for answering the question. So
okay.
before we wrap up, I'd like to ask one more question, and it is simply everyone would literally watch this video. So what advice would you give them? Like what step do you think they can take to manage their time? Like just one step they should take
Yeah.
to manage their time.
Okay. Let me start with this. Um, when you allow 1 minute to go,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
when you allow 1 hour go,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
when you allow a day go,
Hmm.
Mm.
when you allow a week go, when you allow a
A
month
month.
Months
go,
ago.
when you allow a year go, what you are letting go is life,
Hmm.
because time
Word
is life.
Deep.
Time is
is
life.
life.
Do you
Time is
understand? Just
life.
like they say, time is money. All
It's
right.
also
Time
life
is
as
also
Time is
life.
life
well.
because our life is measured in time. Although time is just a fraction of what we call eternity.
Hmm.
is just a fraction of it, but still in that, littleness, if there's any word like that, still in the littleness of the time that we have to manage, all right, it is very important. So no time is too small.
Exactly. Yes.
There is no time that is too small. So my advice is that what you have to do at the set time, do it quick. Just like they say, tick says the clock. Tick
Yes.
tick.
Hmm.
Do what you want to
To
do. Do
do
quick.
quick. Hmm.
That's just it. So time is very important because time is life. So whatever thing you
Time is
want to do,
money.
time is
Time is
money.
life.
Time is life. Time is
Mm.
money. Okay. Just like if you try to get the attention of a billionaire now, you know how much you would pay to
Yeah,
get
to
Yes,
the
to
get
get
it.
it.
attention. A minute of their time. What
Yes.
so
So,
much?
so exactly. So
You
they
get
don't
it.
billionaires. They don't they play with
You
their
don't play
time.
with your time. But
Time.
They
do you know the
don't.
truth about life is that the same time a poor man has is the same time
The
A
the
rich
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 man, the
man
same
man,
has
yeah.
24 hours is the
both
same
the same
24 hours they have.
hours.
But how do you maximize these 24 hours? Depends
Depends
on
On
you as an
you
you.
as an
individual.
individual.
You get it? So what you use your time for really matters a lot where you are and where you're going to be.
Be.
You get? So for people who are where they are today,
Mm-hmm.
it's a measure of how they've been able
Use
to
To
use
use
their
your
their
time.
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 You get? So time is
Wow.
really important that we shouldn't play with it, no matter how small you think,
It
So
is.
procrastination is a killer of time, and we shouldn't engage in it. And we should also learn to place value on important things. And we should always also learn to filter things, like
Hmm.
filter your activities.
Okay.
When you filter things, just like when you go to social media, there's so many things that you can actually watch and
Watch it.
view.
Yeah.
You
Yes, but you
understand?
decide
But
if you want to or
To
not.
so that decision is based on how you filter. So filtering is very important because
Okay.
if you don't filter, when this one comes up,
You
you
take
and
it.
take
yeah,
it.
you would take it because that
You
is
know,
not your intention.
intention
You would take it. Something else comes up, so it is shifting you away
away
from your
from the
focus. It's
focus.
shifting you from your attention. So I
Okay.
think time is very important, and place value on the things that you want to
To
do
do
and
at
things that you feel that are important to you. Okay, just before I go, you also need to learn to define what you place value
Value
on.
on.
yes, that
Okay,
that that
the
that that,
things
that
that
is
people
it.
place value on, one, it could be family.
Hmm.
Family is very important,
Of
all right?
course.
So you could place
Place
your value
value.
in your
Value.
family.
Family.
You could also place value in how what will I put it, in your future.
Of course.
Hmm.
You
You should.
understand?
Everyone
Placing
should
value
do
in your
Your
that.
future,
future.
and also placing value on your health.
Hmm.
The
Very important.
very
That's
important.
that's that's it.
So the things you place value on should be defined, because if those things are not defined, that is where distraction also comes
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 from.
from.
in.
You understand? So I think with this,
I must
I
confess,
You
you've really
really did.
said a lot,
Yes, of
and
course.
I'm very sure that our viewers at home have actually learned one or two things
They
from what
really
you have
did. They
said.
did.
Because myself, I am also sure that Aishat has also learned,
Of
in
course.
fact, more than two things from
Of
what you
course,
have
I
said.
did.
So, viewers, you've heard it. You've heard it from Mr. Emmanuel. Place value
Your
in your
time.
time. Place value if it's your
Stop,
family. Stop procrastination.
please.
Mhm.
Place value in your time. Place value in your family. Place value, and you know what? Most important thing: define your focus. Define
Exactly.
your goals,
Yes.
and everything will work in
In
place.
place.
Everything will go well. I don't know if Aisha has something to say.
You've said it on Emmanuel
Daniel.
Daniel
Daniel.
Yeah.
has also said it. Prioritize your time. It is very important for every individual that wants to grow
Grow.
to prioritize their time, to know how to manage their time. And I'm sure that you will definitely learn one or two to help your personal growth and your work life as well. So
All right, Aisha, I want you to help our viewers at home on how they can reach us on our social media handles.
you can reach us on YouTube at Central Bunch Podcast and I on Forever Duni on Instagram.
Yes, and my name is Olatunbosun Salau, as I said earlier on. And okay, before I do mine, I want
Yes,
Mr.
exactly.
Emmanuel. How do we reach you on social media,
All
please?
right, all right. Okay, I'm actually building up my social media.
Media,
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
great.
so I think the one that is I think most functional
Functional.
now, it's one of my pages on Facebook. So I have more than one.
One pages.
All
Mm-hmm.
right, yeah. So on Facebook, you can get me on gospel broadcast. I think that one came in during the coronavirus. I just had to do something, to take away boredom. You
Okay,
get.
so how do they reach like gospel?
Yeah, yeah,
Any
gospel.
apostrophe,
Yeah, no, no, no.
any
There's no,
paparazzi?
no, no. There's no punctuation. Yeah,
Okay, so
Okay.
just
gospel broadcast. Yeah,
gospel broadcast. That's
broadcast.
how to
Yeah,
reach on
you get it
Facebook,
on
right?
Facebook. Yeah,
All right.
All
yes.
right. Thank you very much, Mr. Dania.
Yeah.
So, like Aisha said, you can follow us on Central Bunch Podcast on all our social media platforms, and make sure you share, like, and drop in the comment section what's your biggest time management. I remain your host, Olatunbosun. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.